Hello guys, welcome to my channel Oratrix, and this is the fourth video of the video series which we have started, in which I'm explaining the development steps of an application so that the students or someone who is just started developing an application in Apex can get some help out of this. So let me logging into my workspace. So we were at some position we have completed this admin report, book report, add student, add faculty up till here. And let me show you that today we will see this book issue, how this page has been developed. So let me show you how this is functioning first of all. So if you noticed, then if I click on this by author, then the search by author list is available, or it's been enabled. Okay, and now when I click on by publisher, so then the other list is displayed and the first one is hidden. And if I click on the by title, then all the book title has been displayed, but the other two are hidden. Okay, so this is the first thing that we need to understand here. So depending on this, so let's say for example, if somebody is selecting this programming in C, so that book will be displayed over here. Okay, only the book which has been selected, okay, by this, either it can be by author or it can be by publisher or it can be by title. Okay, that will be displayed. Let's say for example, if I select by author, the author is Ibala Gurusamy, then programming C is there. If I select some another, then I've used this just demo data. So author one, then book one is there. So now, so this is populated on the basis of this. So this will be this, we will see how it can be done further. You can assign the book to a faculty or a student. So as soon as I click on either faculty or student, the corresponding list is displayed or populated. So if I select the students, then all the students are displayed, and if I select the faculty, then all the faculties are displayed, right? So then next is this field borrowed date is shown as current date. Okay, is this date, today is 12. So return date, it's showing the return date after almost 10 days, right? So we need to say this how it can be done. And next is the last create button, and then we put one primary report for, and this is for the faculty and this one for the students, right? So let me show you how it can be done. So there are a number of things, okay, a number of calculations were there. So we will learn it one by one. So I have created this region by clicking on this create region, and its book issue region has been created. Now after that, this is the first element that I have added by right clicking on it and create page item. So this is the first option that I've been provided. So the name of that is the SP6 underscore search, and I have selected this radio group. Okay, and I've given the label as search book by. So that is this one, search book by. Okay, in which I need to provide this three options. So let me go down and show you that how those values are coming. So it's static values that I have mentioned. See if these values we required, because uh, I'm displaying by author, and it will return only author. If you somebody selecting publisher, then it will return publisher, and if it is displayed by value by title, then title will be displayed. Okay, so now this has been done. After that, I have defined three select list, as you can see over here. If you select this author list will be there. If you select publish, then publishers list will be there. And if you select this one, then this list will be there. Okay. So now I have defined three lists. That is, first one is author, and in which we are passing a SQL query. So we need to grab the data for those author whose book has been selected here, okay, by author. So I'm just selecting the author names, okay. But let me show you how it can be done. Go to this page and let me show you the query. There is select lms book underscore detail dot book author as display value and book detail dot book author as return value. So I'm returning the author name itself from the lms book detail, okay. So the display value and return value are same. So the same thing, publisher, again you need to add this item publisher. Select this over here, go to the bottom, need you need to define your query. So again, book publisher as display value, book publisher as return value, and table name. And this we have done this. And then third item, there is a book title, select list, and you need to create a this query, name it as a select lms book detail book title as display value and book title as return value from the book table, and okay. So now one more thing, you need to select this one, display extra value should be disabled because we don't want any the extra value to be displayed. Second means I want to display a null value, and the null value will be this one. See, whenever I click on any of this option, I can see this one kind of message is there also, and by default, or we can say that null value is there. So if somebody is clicking on this, he or she can understand that he is gonna selecting an author, or here he or she is selecting a book, right? So depends. You can mention message over here. Now let us understand. So if I click on by author, this is by author, search by author list is been displayed. If I click on by publisher, then the by author and title has been hidden, and this has been done. So now let me show you how it can be done. You need to go to this page, sorry, on this item. See, I want to execute the things on the basis of this item, okay. So that is search by book. So there's this one, search by book means this search, and just right click on it and create a dynamic action, okay. So let me create you for you dynamic action. See, it will be like this, okay. Now after that, let me delete it now, this one, and go to here. So after you see that, here you need to go to give the name, hide or show author. So I'm going to hide or show the author uh, depending on the item which has been selected. So what event I want, so whenever a search is changed, then if that item value, that items means this item is equals to value search is author, okay. What does it mean? If somebody here, this is author means, why we are specifying this author, because whenever we created this item in which we have defined a radio group, in which I have mentioned that if somebody is displaying an by author name, it will return an author. So whatever you write over here, that should be here, okay, at this place. So if this item value is equals to author, then what if it is true? What you want to do? I want to show something. Okay, there are number of options or number of actions that you can choose from, but I want to show. What do you want to show? I want to show an item. Okay, which item I want to show? P6 underscore author. So this one, this one. Okay, so this will be displayed. Getting or not? So now second thing that you can do is, after completion of this, just right click on it and just let me, okay, create an opposite action. Okay, so as soon as you create an opposite action, it will be created an hide option. Okay, so same thing we are going to do with the hide and show publisher. So again, you need to click on this, right click, create dynamic action. It will create this one. Okay, so named it as a hide show publisher. When you want to execute this on the change event item, this item whenever it's changed, and if the item value of this search is publisher, then I want to show the item publisher, right? So again we are going to right click on this and create an opposite action. So that will create a hide option for this. Okay, and now we will be displaying or creating a third one. So right click it on this one again, create a dynamic action again, go to here, named it as a hide show title event. When you want to execute a change event, item is equals to this and value is equals to title. Then what you want to show? I want to show the book title, right? And right click on it and create an opposite action. So this has been done. So up till here, what we have understand this up till title. So whenever somebody clicking on this, so corresponding list will be populated and others are automatically hidden from you. Okay, let's move further now. So now on the basis of this, see, if I selected the author and if I select the author one, it will return me the name of the author. Then I want to select the book name. Okay, so only the book one is displaying as it's on the basis of this author. Okay, so let me show you how it can be done. So you need to create one more item. So go to item and add one page item. It will be added in the bottom. So now the book name. So this is as a select list. Okay, but I want to execute an query. Okay, so query would be select book title as display value, and this will return a book ID, because this book ID we will require in the further processing. So from book detail book author where the book author is equals to author. Okay, so this one. Okay, or book publisher is equals to this publisher which have been selected, or the book title will be as book title. Okay, so now it will be display only the selected items. If you selected this one, it will display only that one. Okay, book 1, book 2. Now I want to assign this to either faculty or the students. So user type, we can create radio button. Okay, and we just we need to specify the two values. So one would be user type, one would be there is a user, this one. Faculty, it will return faculty, and if it is student, then it will return a student. Okay, so next would be borrower faculty. So now let us understand. So if I select faculty, then the borrower faculty name, this list is displayed, and if I select student, then the student list is displayed. So how it can be done? Then I have added this first borrower faculty. I have provided a select list, and there is I think a query in which I have passed. Let me show you, like very close, enter. Okay, fine. So I'm selecting the staff name as display value and its borrower ID as return value from the book borrower LMS staff detail, where entity owner FK is equals to staff ID and entity type is equals to user type. So if the user has been as a faculty, then that detail will be displayed. Okay, I don't want to save anything. Okay, then I've selected the student. So again there is a list of values, but here query would be on student name, then borrower ID value, LMB, students details, So entity owner of k is equals to student ID instead of faculty, and entity type is equals to user type, right? So now how that can be done, that if I select on faculty, then faculty is displayed. So same way, the way we have done with the search box, just go to the user type, right click on it, and create a dynamic action like this. It will be created, this one, it will create this one, then expand it. Okay, then show and hide everything. I want to change an item user type. If the item is equals to value, that is the item, the user type is equals to faculty, then I want to show the borrower faculty. Okay, and I'll be creating an opposite action by creating opposite action like this. So same way for this, I want to show and hide the students thing. So show and hide student. When I want to execute it, on the change event of item this, when item is equals to value, when this item has a student value in it, then I want to show this particular item. Okay, and also I have created a opposite action. So this has been done now, right? Up till here we have done. So borrow date, I have defined a date picker, and in which I have defined a static value. In the PLSQL expression, you need to go to this default PLSQL expression, and to care sysdate, I just want to define a sysdate, so I've defined that. And now in the next field, I want to define the date plus 20, or sorry 10. So I have defined another item, there is a date picker, and that displays a return date, and I have defined as to care sysdate plus 10. So just select this PLSQL expression. Okay, there are a number of things for there. So just type to care bracket sysdate plus 10. So it will be created a sysdate plus 10, and just create one button. So I've created one button over here. Okay, so in the click event, I'll be creating a PLSQL block in which I have defined two blocks. Okay, one for the student and one for the faculty. See, user ID I've defined. If the user type is equals to faculty, then I want to execute user ID is equals to borrower faculty, because just let me show this one so that you can understand it easily. Okay, fine. Let us understand the code now. Okay, see, if the user is equals to faculty, then p6 underscore borrower faculty, this will be an user ID, because we are returning the user ID. So we are inserting into book issue, then book issue ID and book ID and everything we have here. Okay, book date, faculty date, and faculty and one. Now I'm updating the LMS book detail and setting the book current copies is equals to current copies minus one. See, whenever I click on if I assign any book, let's say for example, if you see at this position report, okay, book report. So if we consider this E Balaguru Sami, then currently we have a 95 books in the stock. So if I issue that particular book, this one, to any whether either to the faculty or to the let's say for example student. So if I create it, remember we have 95 books, right? So if I go to this, but this time let me load it again, whether it's created or not, let me check it. Okay, by mistake I have selected that programming C was not selected, so let me select this one. This time I have created. So the programming book, this programming C book is assigned to me, and now I go to the book report and see, and now there is a time 94 book. So each time one book is been allocated to whether the students or the faculty, then it should be deducted, it should be deducted from this book number of copies current. Okay, so that you can maintain the stock also. So that's why in the this one we have defined this update. So now if the user is student, then we will insert as it is, but based on the data, okay, of the student. And again, same thing here. So right now we have completed this part, and Okay, we stop here, and in the upcoming videos we will be see this two reports, how you can add this two reports into this one. Okay, and do some calculations on the basis of that also. Okay, thank you so much for watching these videos. And if somebody wants to have this code, if somebody don't want to okay type everything by watching the screen, just comments in this video, and just drop your email id, and I'll be sending you each and every code which I've used in this application. Okay, so thank you so much, and uh, please share this video so that other can take benefit of this. Thank you so much.